Did you know that studies show that on average, children touch their smartphones 80 times a day? My purpose today is to persuade you to join me in urging parents to protect their children from smartphone addiction. As a mother, I deal with a child who is in daily need of my smartphone or iPad. I'm constantly researching the newest educational app and the newest social media to add to my smartphone for my child. I have one son, age 4. I know most of you here today have sons and daughters, grandsons and granddaughters, and nieces and nephews. Some of you here may not agree with using a smartphone as a distraction for children, and I understand your position. In fact, I'm guilty of passing off my phone to my child to be used as an interactive educational distraction. But mostly as a distraction so I can take care of the things that I need to get done. But after my research and learning about statistics and listening to the tragic stories of so many children, I'm convinced that as parents we need to do more for our children's future by protecting them from smartphone addiction and negative social emotional outcomes. I believe after hearing what I have to say today, you will agree that something must be done about the situation. With that in mind, I will begin by discussing the problem and explain some of its causes and conclude with offering a solution. With our roadmap in place, let's begin with the problem. The problem is that children today are addicted to smartphones and it's affecting their social and emotional outcomes. For example, the average teenager receives their first cell phone at age 10 and spends over 4.5 hours on this smartphone, and that includes talking and texting. 78% of teens check their phones hourly, and 50% report feeling addicted to their smartphones. Another example, teenagers utilize multiple different forms of social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and social media, which it does allow them to stay connected with their peers, but statistics shows that 92% of the average American teenager goes on social media daily, while 42% considers themselves to be on social media almost constantly. Research shows that 10% of teenagers suffer from anxiety, and 1.3% had severe impairment. With the problem in mind, let's examine some of its causes. There are 2 reasons why most children today feel addicted to their smartphones. The first reason, parents are using smartphones as the distraction device for their children. According to the journal article written in 2015, Mobile and Interactive Media Use by Young Children, the Good, the Bad, and the Unknown, Academic Pediatric Award winner Dr. Jenny Radsky, Best Doctor 2007, Dr. Barry Zuckerman, and Dr. Jana Schumacher explains how smartphones and smart devices are being used as a shut-up tool, a way for parents to occupy children so they can ride in the car, go out to eat, even run to the grocery store. As you can see from my slide, according to Statista, 89% of parents and caregivers are responsible for smartphone use, and 47% think their child is addicted to mobile devices, while 50% are concerned that their children's mobile devices are affecting their mental health. What is helpful short-term as parents to young children, this could later affect their social and emotional outcomes. However, according to Mobile and Interactive Media Use by Young Children, the Good, the Bad, and the Unknown, due to the convenience of smartphones and smart devices, they are more likely to replace human interaction and enriching activities. Parents' use of smartphones also take away from the parent and child interactions. The second reason, our children now hold more information in their hands than they ever have before. According to Mobile and Interactive Media Use by Young Children, the Good, the Bad, and the Unknown, for younger children there are thousands of apps that are marked as educational. This allows parents to feel that extra screen time is okay. But with teenagers, we have different apps such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. These allow parents to feel that their child's better able to communicate with family and friends, and allows parents the opportunity to see what's going on in their children's lives. However, interactive media medias are well suited to teach concrete knowledge and other important pre-academic skills such as self-regulation, empathy, social skills, and problem solving. They're primarily learned through children exploring natural environments and interacting with their peers and their caregivers, playing in uninstructive and creative ways. According to Dr. Jenny Radsky, interactive media used by young children may displace sensory motor activity, such as manipulation, climbing, and building. That supports development in visual motor skills that later help children succeed in subjects like math and science. Now that we've gained an understanding of the problem and some of its causes, let's turn our attention to the solution. The solution, which is to monitor the amount of time our children spend on their smartphones, offers two benefits. The first benefit: with moderate use of a smartphone, children and families can stay better connected throughout the day. According to the mission, 4 Amazing Benefits for Reducing Screen Time, Olivia Fox-Cabane explains that turning off smartphones when you're with people you really want to connect with will drastically alter your interaction with them. Smartphones may help families and couples stay better connected throughout the day and can help strengthen and enhance our relationships. The second benefit: with moderate use of a smartphone, we can reduce the number of children suffering from addiction and anxiety. According to the book The Future of Happiness, Amy Blackson explains our children fill their downtime with digital distractions. Their brain has no time left to process and store information for long-term memory. Now, with the shutdown ritual and unplug time, or a few hours away from the phone before our children go to bed, our children will start to experience a significant decrease in anxiety. They will have better sleep at night, and they will wake up feeling focused and refreshed. In conclusion, as parents, we should monitor the amount of time our children spend on smartphones. Now let's review over what you have learned today. First, we learned that children have become addicted to smartphones, and it's affecting their social and emotional outcomes. The average American teenager receives their very first smartphone at such a young age and spends a majority of their day focusing on social media, messaging, and talking to others. Children are feeling addicted to their smartphones, and less than 1/4 of them are now suffering from anxiety. Next, we learned 2 reasons why most children today are becoming addicted to their smartphones. Today, 98% of parents and caregivers are responsible for giving their children the smartphone use. Parents are using smartphones as a shut-up toy to distract their children so they can get everything done in their everyday life. This can affect our children's social and emotional outcomes. Next, our children now hold more information in their hands with all the apps that are available to them. Interactive media isn't always the best thing for our children. It can help develop concrete knowledge, but it doesn't help them develop self-regulation, empathy, problem solving, and social skills. Finally, we learned the solution, which is to monitor the amount of time that our children are spending on their smartphones. It offers 2 important benefits, which are: with moderate use of a smartphone, children and families can stay better connected. If we teach our children to turn off the phone and actually engage with people, we can better connect them with one another. With an annual shutdown ritual and unplug time for our children can have better sleep, they can decrease their anxiety, and it'll allow them to wake up feeling more focused and refreshed. The truth is, as parents, we want the best for our children. But unfortunately, the numbers are telling us that many parents need to monitor the screen time of their children. Now, with our new provided information, we can be aware for our children's health. Our children are our greatest treasure. They're our future. Thank you. Any questions?
No, that was very clear.